And welcome back to Hannity. So, according to a disturbing new report, the vice president of Iraq believes that ISIS and al-Qaeda are actually negotiating a potential alliance. Meanwhile, earlier today, Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly issued a very stern warning about the constant and imminent threat of global terror. Pay attention to this.
As I speak these words, the FBI has opened terrorism investigations in all of our 50 states. And since 2013, there have been 37 ISIS-linked plots to attack our country. In the past 12 months alone, there have been 36 homegrown terrorist cases opened in 18 states. We are under attack from terrorism both within and outside of our borders. These men and women are without conscience, and they operate without rules. They despise the United States because we are a nation of rights, of laws, and of freedoms. They have a single mission, and that is our destruction. And I tell you without exaggeration, they tried to carry out this mission each and every day, each and every night.
Joining us now, Deputy Assistant to the President, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, is with us. Let's start with a possible alliance, al-Qaeda and ISIS, and what it would mean in terms of the terror network.
Well, this is very fresh news. The White House doesn't have anything official to respond, but if we look at the fact that ISIS was part of al-Qaeda, it was al-Qaeda in Iraq, we know they come from the same ideological gene pool. So that is not necessarily something that would rule out this kind of alliance. But right now we have one report, and it's early days as to whether or not this is in fact a factual representation of something new.
But there is the potential not only of an emerging new alliance. The president got along, according to every report, very well with the president of China, but more importantly, he recently met with King Abdullah of Jordan. He met with President General al-Sisi of Egypt. He met with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia and Prime Minister Netanyahu. I'll be in Israel later in the week. Because of Obama and his seemingly awful judgment on the Iranian deal, there seems to be an opportunity for a brand new coalition emerging in the Middle East. And those Sunni nations aligning with Israel is a game changer, especially because of the U.S. interaction with all those countries. Thoughts?
Absolutely, Sean. So if you look at the last 8 years, we taught the good Sunnis of the region, the people who wanted to work with us, not to trust us. They didn't trust the Obama White House. Just look at the Iran deal. Look at our response as a nation, as a government, to the so-called Arab Spring, how the Obama White House supported the Muslim Brotherhood, that is the grandfather of all of these jihadi groups. So, no, this is where we go from having a fake smoke and mirrors coalition under the last administration to having a real one. And it's people like President Sisi, King Abdullah, the Emiratis, even the Kurds, who are absolutely crucial. We are not going to fight this war against ISIS by ourselves. We're not even going to be on the front line. The president is clear. This is not a neoconservative interventionist administration, but we are going to help our friends, like the Jordanians, like the Egyptians, like the Iraqis, fight their own war for themselves. We're going to be a very good friend to those nations.
Well, I got to ask this. So if we have investigations, ISIS, radical Islamic investigations in all 50 states, all these incidents that we could talk about, Orlando, Fort Hood, San Bernardino, Chattanooga, the Boston bombing, reports out today, Allahu Akbar, how does America root this out? Because it's like, okay, where's it coming from? Some people are inspired online. And we have sympathizers. Some people might try to get into the country and lie their way in. How do you possibly judge when you're taking in people from countries that have values that directly contradict our constitutional values? How do you ever know? Or can you ever know?
Absolutely. How do we win this war? With incredibly serious individuals like Secretary Kelly and Attorney General Sessions. Look at the cabinet President Trump has gathered. Incredibly serious men and women. And if anybody knows how to win this war here in America, it's the Attorney General and it's the new Secretary of Homeland Security. We're going to focus on not the absurdities of the Obama administration, who said it's white supremacists and returning Iraqi veterans that are the primary threat to America. We're going to focus on the radicalizing individuals, the people that are recruiting here in America, and we're going to start using human intelligence tools again, like the NYPD developed in New York.
All right, we got to run, but we appreciate your insight, input. Thank you so much, Dr. Gorka.